Every time the wife saw this expression on her husband's face, she knew he couldn't control himself again. To make her husband give up this idea, she would come home and carelessly unbutton her clothes, deliberately exposing her pale back, just to make her husband reveal his true nature. Sure enough, her husband began sweet-talking her, saying all his hard work was just to be worthy of you, but he didn't notice the disdainful curl of his wife's lips. The clueless husband kept saying how much I love you. The wife knew her husband was about to start. Sure enough, the next second her husband approached, with a pleasing manner, asking his wife to go wash up first. The wife felt more and more disgusted. She reminded her husband not to even think about touching her. Her husband gritted his teeth, finally losing his patience. Suddenly their daughter sprang up from the bed, covering her ears, saying she heard her mother screaming again. Sammy immediately looked out the window. Sure enough, she saw the lady being restrained by a group of subordinates, though she didn't know what was happening. The way the Chable dragged the lady away made it seem like something was wrong with her mind. Comparing this to the young miss trembling under the covers on the bed, she increasingly felt this household was very strange. Then one day, the Chable cooked alone for the first time, then told his daughter as if nothing had happened, "Your mother is sick, so she'll be staying in her room for now." It was always these same short sentences. She was already tired of hearing them. Sammy observed all this in secret, so that night she encouraged the young miss. While the lady was locked up, they could go to that place. At the time, Sammy went to help the young miss retrieve her phone that had fallen under the bed. She suddenly discovered a painting. The painting showed her best friend hanging dead. You have to understand that her best friend's death scene was never made public. How could the young miss have painted this scene? Even the red shoes were painted so realistically, so she excitedly questioned the young miss, "Where exactly did you see the scene?" But strangely, the young miss herself didn't know where she had seen it. Perhaps from the shock, the young miss suddenly disappeared. So they checked the home surveillance footage. They found the young miss was actually in the parking garage. Strangely, the young miss sat motionless in the car. The two quickly rushed to the parking garage. Opening the car door, they discovered the young miss had fainted inside. The fallen phone was playing dashcam footage. The date shown was the 17th of last month. Inju was suddenly startled, because that date was exactly when her best friend died, and the dashcam clearly recorded the Chable going to her best friend's house. Could it be that the Chable killed her best friend? Listening to the young miss's recollection, that day she had just come home from school. She heard her parents arguing intensely. Then her father seemed very angry. He left without even looking at her. Afterwards I saw mother leave too. Sammy anxiously asked her, "Did you follow them afterwards and see the scene when your best friend died?" But the young miss said no. "This image appeared in my mind a very long time ago." The two found this increasingly strange, but hearing the young miss say, whenever she smelled a faint fragrance, she could always associate it with this image, Sammy understood. It was the orchids in the secret room causing this. The lady had taken her there once. At that time, she inexplicably had a hallucinogenic sensation. Could it be that smelling these flowers for a long time gives one psychic abilities? So the two came to the orchid room. Sammy told her to hold her breath, start relaxing and hallucinations would appear. Then try to trace the origin of that painting. Soon the young miss followed the method and entered a trance. She could be seen slowly walking up a staircase, then seeing her childhood self. It was a gloomy attic, so the two found this place through memory. As a child, she often went up there alone, but every time she played there briefly, she would fall asleep. But just as the two were about to go up, the lady stopped them. In a gentle voice, she told them that place was off limits. Now, while the lady was locked up, the two came to that attic again. After turning on the lights, an eerie feeling washed over them. What the two didn't know was, here they would see something utterly terrifying.